Today, we are diving deep, deep into the world of mind power.
Mind power.
Yes, mind power. The Secret of Mental Magic by William Walker Atkinson.
Oh, excellent choice.
This book, it's all about tapping into like the incredible potential of our thoughts. And
Yeah.
I have to say, even just reading it, it's given me like a whole new perspective on how much power our minds really have.
You know, it's fascinating to me that this book was written over a century ago,
Yeah.
and yet Atkinson's ideas
Right.
about thought power are so relevant today. Like, they really resonate with a lot of the modern research that we have on things like manifestation, the
Yeah.
mind-body connection.
Totally. And one of the core concepts that really blew me away was this idea of the mind as a creative force.
Okay.
He argues that our minds aren't just passive observers, they're active forces that are actually shaping our reality.
Right.
And that's the basis of what he calls mental magic.
Right. And he doesn't just throw out that term mental magic
Yeah.
without any kind of explanation.
Yeah.
He dives deep into this concept called thought vibration, which is essentially this idea that thoughts have energy.
Yeah.
They have a vibrational frequency, and that this can actually resonate with similar energies in the universe.
Okay, I'll admit that's the part where I was like, whoa, hold on a second.
Oh, right.
That sounds a little out there, but then I started
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know those times when your mood or your outlook
Yeah.
seems to like directly impact how a situation turns out?
Absolutely. I mean, think about a time when
Yeah.
maybe you had a positive outlook and it seemed to really influence the situation for the better.
Yeah.
Atkinson would say that could be thought vibration in action.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And he really believed that by consciously cultivating positive thoughts, we can actually amplify that effect
Oh,
and essentially attract like more good things into our lives.
so it's like we're kind of sending these ripples out
Yeah.
into the world with our thoughts.
Is there a ripple effect?
And that's creating like a ripple effect that influences our experiences.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. But he didn't just stop at the theory, though, did he?
He did not. No, he was very much about giving practical steps.
Okay.
He lays out how to harness this mind power
Right.
in very clear ways.
Okay.
And one of the techniques that he really advocated for
Mm-hmm.
was visualization,
Yes.
vividly picturing your goals as if they've already happened.
Yeah, he calls it creating a blueprint for your subconscious mind to follow.
Yeah, like setting the intention.
Yeah. And he actually shares some pretty compelling stories in the book about how visualization helped people.
Oh, yeah.
Like he talks about this struggling salesman
Okay.
who used visualization to turn his whole business around.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty remarkable. I'm curious, did you ever find yourself like wondering if visualization alone is enough? Or does it have to be combined with action?
That's a great question. I mean, it's one thing to imagine success,
Right.
but you probably have to also
Right.
take some concrete steps to
Yeah.
really make it happen.
Right. So it seems like action's still a key part.
Right. While Atkinson doesn't explicitly say that,
Yeah.
I think it's implied
Yeah, I think so too.
that action is a part of this equation. Visualization can be powerful
Right.
for kind of setting intentions
Yeah.
and programming the subconscious,
Yeah.
but it probably works best when paired with deliberate effort.
Right. It seems like a powerful combination.
Yeah.
And speaking of powerful techniques,
Yeah.
Atkinson also talks about affirmations, right?
He does, yes. He believed that by repeating positive statements to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you could reprogram your thinking
Interesting.
and actually attract the things that you desire.
So it's about more than just wishful thinking then.
Yeah.
It's about like consciously shaping our thoughts
Mm.
and beliefs
Yes,
to align with what we want to achieve.
absolutely. And that takes mental discipline.
It does.
He calls it mental magic for a reason.
Right.
It requires focus,
Yeah.
willpower,
It's about like directing our mental energy.
precision.
Precision.
Yes.
I like that. And he really emphasizes that this power, this mental magic, is available to everyone.
It is. It's just that most of us don't use it consciously.
It's like we all have this incredible potential,
Yeah.
but we need to learn how to like tap into it.
Tap into it, yeah, and
Right.
direct it effectively.
Right.
And Atkinson actually gives us one way to do that.
Okay.
He calls it mental transmutation.
Mental transmutation. Now that sounds intriguing.
It is. Essentially what it is turning negative thoughts
Okay.
into positive ones.
Okay.
Think of it like
Like
alchemy for the mind.
Yeah, okay.
He believed that we have the power to transform our mental state,
Mm-hmm.
to really shift our energy from like, fear and doubt,
Mm-hmm.
to courage and confidence.
So it's not about denying the negative thoughts,
No.
but it's about acknowledging them and then consciously choosing to, like,
Shift your focus.
shift your focus. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
To something more empowering.
Yeah, and this idea of mental transmutation, he's saying, is like a fundamental part of, like, harnessing that true power.
It is. It's about recognizing
Right.
that we really have the power to choose what we dwell on,
Oh, wow.
what we give energy to.
It's also fascinating, and I'm already starting to see how all these pieces connect.
Yeah.
The thought vibration, the mental transmutation. It's like this idea that we're consciously shaping our reality with our thoughts.
It really is. It's a powerful idea, and Atkinson really lays out a compelling argument for it.
He does, and one thing that stood out to me was this concept of personal magnetism.
Okay.
He believed that cultivating, like, strong mental energy
Mm-hmm.
could actually make us more charismatic, more influential.
Yeah, think about those people who just seem to draw others to them effortlessly.
Yeah.
Atkinson suggests that they may have mastered this art
Interesting.
of cultivating like a really powerful mental presence.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It does. It's like their thoughts and energy are projecting outward
Right.
and drawing people in.
Okay. So it's not about trying to, like, manipulate people or be somebody.
Yeah.
It's about, like, cultivating our authentic selves.
Exactly. Tapping into our own inner strength and letting that shine through
Yeah.
our unique gifts and talents.
I like that a lot. Like Atkinson saying, just be your best self and the world will respond.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. And, he doesn't just focus on, like, personal empowerment.
No.
He also delves into this idea of mental healing.
Oh, right.
This idea that the mind plays this huge role in our physical and emotional well-being.
Right.
And he actually explores different techniques like autosuggestion and mental imagery as ways to promote healing.
Yeah, and this is fascinating because it really aligns with so much of the contemporary research that we have now
Oh, wow.
on the mind-body connection
Yes.
and the power of positive thinking.
It's like these ideas, they echo across time.
They do. They do.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of success, this book is packed with advice on how to develop that, like,
Yeah.
success mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Atkinson really believed in things like perseverance,
Yeah.
self-confidence, that can-do attitude.
Yeah.
He saw those as, like, key ingredients in that mental magic.
Yeah. It's about cultivating that inner belief
Yeah.
in yourself
Yeah.
and your ability to achieve,
Yes,
which can really be so crucial to success.
I agree. I totally agree. It's
Yeah.
like he's saying, you have this power, now go use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Become the active creator of
Yeah.
your life.
Not the passive recipient of circumstance.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a powerful message.
It is.
And it makes you wonder what we could all achieve
Yeah.
if we truly harnessed the power of our minds.
It's a question worth pondering.
It is. And it's one we're going to keep pondering as we continue our deep dive into mind power.
Absolutely. Buckle up.
Stay with us.
There's more to come.
so much more to uncover.
Yeah. One thing that really struck me was how Atkinson was talking about this law of attraction like decades
Right?
before it became a popular concept.
Oh, absolutely. It's like he was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And, like, laying the groundwork for all these modern ideas about manifestation.
Yeah.
Like his explanation of, like, in the realm of, like, thought and energy is, like, super fascinating.
It is.
I have to admit, though, I'm always a little bit skeptical of anything that sounds, like, too good to be true.
Sure.
So is it really as simple as just thinking positive thoughts
Right.
and then attracting everything we want?
Well, that's where I think the nuance comes in.
Okay.
Atkinson definitely believed in the power of positive thinking,
Mm-hmm.
but he also emphasized that it's not about
Like passively wishing for things to happen.
Right.
It's about really aligning our internal world,
Okay.
our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, with the external world that we desire.
So it's about more than just like thinking happy thoughts.
Yeah.
It's about like actively cultivating
Yes.
a positive mental state
Mm-hmm.
that will like draw in those good things
Yes.
on all those levels, relationships, opportunities, our health.
It is. That alignment, it starts with mastering our thoughts.
Yep.
And Atkinson provides a roadmap
Okay.
for that in this book.
Okay, but how do we actually do that, though? Like, we all have those negative thoughts that just creep in. It's like they have a mind of their own.
He addresses that. He talks about
Yeah.
mental discipline.
Right.
This idea of, like, consciously choosing
Okay.
to focus on the positive, on constructive thoughts.
Okay.
Like, it's like training a muscle. The more we practice directing our thoughts,
Right.
the stronger our mental control becomes. So it's not about denying those negative thoughts.
No.
It's about, like, acknowledging them and then consciously choosing to shift our focus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. It's about recognizing that we actually do have the power to choose
Right.
what we dwell on,
Wow.
what we give energy to.
Okay, I see how all these concepts are connecting now.
Yeah.
The thought vibration, the law of attraction, the mental transmutation.
It all ties together.
Yeah, it all ties together. And it's like pointing to this idea that we have way more control over our reality than we realize.
Yes.
But, it does make you wonder.
Yeah.
If it's all about our thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
then what about those external factors that are like outside of our control?
Right.
How does Atkinson address that?
That's a great question. Now, while Atkinson really focuses on the power of the mind,
Yeah.
he does acknowledge that, there are those external circumstances.
Yeah.
And he suggests that by focusing on what we can control, like our thoughts and our actions, we can actually influence those external circumstances to some degree.
That makes sense. So like by shifting our internal state,
Yeah.
we can start to shift like the external reality around us.
Exactly. And that's a really empowering message.
It is.
At the heart of all of this. Atkinson believed that understanding these principles could really unlock like a world of possibilities for anyone who's willing to put in the work, the mental work.
It's like he's saying, you have this incredible power within you, now go use it.
Exactly, yeah.
But where do we even begin?
Right.
It's one thing to read about it.
Yeah.
It's another to like actually apply it in our daily lives.
And he gives us some advice for that.
Okay.
He says, start small.
Okay.
Focus on one specific area where you want to see a change.
So like instead of trying to overhaul our entire reality overnight,
Right.
we pick one specific goal
Yeah.
and we start applying these principles to it.
Exactly. So, for example,
Okay.
you want to improve your health. You might start by visualizing yourself feeling energized and vibrant, repeating affirmations about your body's natural healing abilities,
Right.
and just like focusing your thoughts on making healthy choices.
So it's about taking those abstract concepts
Yeah,
and actually translating them into concrete actions.
that's it. And as we experience success in one area,
Right.
it gives us the confidence
Yeah.
to apply those same principles in other areas of our lives.
That makes sense. It's like a ripple effect then.
It is. It's a ripple effect.
Expanding our sense of possibility and empowerment.
And this idea of a ripple effect
Yeah.
really connects with another key theme in the book,
Okay.
the power of the subconscious mind.
Oh, the subconscious. Okay.
Atkinson really believed that the subconscious played like a critical role in manifesting our desires.
Interesting.
He saw it as this powerful force that's operating beneath the surface of our conscious awareness.
Yeah, it's like the engine that's driving our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, even though we're not always like consciously aware of it.
Exactly.
Exactly. So how do we actually communicate with our subconscious?
Yeah.
It's not like we can just pick up the phone and have a chat.
He suggests things like visualization, affirmations, and auto-suggestion as ways to kind of impress our desires upon that subconscious mind.
So it's like we're planting seeds in fertile ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So we're feeding it the right messages.
Yes, the thoughts, the images that are aligned with our goals.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I've also heard that like our subconscious mind is already filled with like all these beliefs and patterns from our past experiences. And some of those might actually be holding us back from like reaching our full potential.
You're absolutely right. And Atkinson talks about that too.
Okay.
He says it's important to identify and challenge those limiting beliefs.
Okay.
To consciously replace them with more empowering ones.
So it's like mental decluttering.
It is. Yeah. Get rid of the junk.
Right. Get rid of all that mental junk that's weighing us down.
Exactly. And he gives specific techniques for doing that. Auto-suggestion, visualization.
Gotcha.
He believed we really do have the power to choose the thoughts and beliefs that we hold in our subconscious mind.
So it's a process of consciously like reshaping our inner landscape to align with like the reality that we want.
Yes.
Wow. It sounds like a lot of work.
It is an ongoing process.
Yes.
It's a journey.
But also really empowering.
It is. It is. But Atkinson believed the rewards were worth it. He saw this mental mastery as the key to unlocking our full potential and really living a life of purpose and fulfillment.
It's about more than just like achieving specific goals. It's about cultivating like a mindset that really empowers us to create a life that we love.
Exactly. And that's where that concept of mental magic really comes alive. It's recognizing that power within each of us to shape our reality, to create a life that reflects our deepest desires.
Wow, this has really opened up my mind to like all these incredible possibilities. It's like Atkinson's giving us this key to unlock this whole new level of awareness and potential.
What resonated most with you?
Oh, that's a great question. I think for me, it was that emphasis on personal responsibility.
Okay.
He doesn't shy away from the fact that we are the architects of our own reality.
We are.
We have the power to choose our thoughts, shape our beliefs, and ultimately create the life we want.
It's both empowering and a little intimidating.
It is. It's like he's saying, you're in charge. Now what are you going to do with it?
It's a call to action.
It is.
To step into that potential. Become the conscious creator of your life.
And speaking of creation, one thing that really intrigued me was that concept of personal magnetism.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think there's something to that?
I do. I mean, think about those people who just seem to effortlessly attract others to them. I think they probably have mastered this art.
Interesting.
Of cultivating that powerful mental presence.
Okay. So it's not just about, like, outward charm.
No. It's deeper than that.
It's the energy we project, the way we hold ourselves, the confidence we exude.
It's about aligning our inner world with the image that we want to project.
So it's not about manipulation or trying to be someone we're not. It's about cultivating our authentic selves.
Letting that shine through.
Okay, so we've covered the power of thought, the law of attraction, mental transmutation, the subconscious mind, personal magnetism.
We've covered a lot.
And I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of this book. This is packed with so much wisdom.
It is.
And like practical advice.
It's incredible.
And even though it was written over a century ago, these ideas feel so relevant today.
They do. It's a testament to how timeless these principles are.
Absolutely.
They speak to something very fundamental about human potential.
Absolutely. I'm feeling so inspired.
Good. I'm glad.
This has really ignited my curiosity about the power of my own mind.
It's a journey.
It is. Okay, well, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I have a question for all of you listening out there.
All right.
If our thoughts really do have the power to shape our reality, what kind of world do we want to create collectively?
Ooh.
What kind of collective reality do we want to manifest?
That's a big one.
It is. We'll dive into that more in just a bit.
Yeah, that's a really powerful question.
It is. It kind of takes these concepts of mind power to a whole new level.
It does.
Atkinson definitely hints at this idea of like a collective consciousness. But I'd love to like explore it further.
Me too. What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, while Atkinson focuses on individual empowerment, I think these principles can definitely be applied on a larger scale.
Like imagine if we all consciously directed our like thoughts and energy towards creating a more like positive and harmonious world.
Like we're all interconnected. Our thoughts and actions contribute to this larger reality.
It makes you think about the responsibility that we each have. It does.
If we want to see more peace and love and harmony in the world, we have to start by cultivating those things within ourselves.
Absolutely. It starts with us.
Okay. I'm feeling inspired, but I'm also a little overwhelmed. If our thoughts are really that powerful, where do we even begin to like create that change on such a large scale?
Well, I think that's where Atkinson's emphasis on personal responsibility comes in. He would say, start with yourself. Focus on your own mental mastery. Become more aware of your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions.
So like each of us taking ownership of like the energy that we're bringing into the world can actually have that ripple effect.
It can, as we each do our own inner work. We contribute to this collective shift in consciousness.
Like a ripple effect, starting with ourselves. And then expanding outward to touch others.
Exactly.
I love that image of a ripple effect.
Yeah.
It makes me think about how we're all like these drops in this vast ocean of consciousness. And each drop has the power to influence the whole.
That's beautiful. I love that.
And it kind of shifts the focus away from like me and my goals to recognizing that we're all in this together.
We are.
It's a humbling thought.
It is.
But also like incredibly empowering.
It is. We have that power to make a difference.
Right.
Not just in our own lives, but in the world around us.
This whole conversation has really like stretched my mind in ways that I didn't expect.
Good.
I'm like starting to see the world differently.
That's great.
Appreciating like the interconnectedness of everything.
Yeah.
And recognizing the power we each have to create this more positive reality.
Absolutely.
I think William Walker Atkinson would be so thrilled.
Oh, I think so too.
To know that his work is still inspiring people.
Yeah.
Over a century later.
Absolutely.
And helping us to like envision this more conscious and empowered future.
His legacy lives on in those who are embracing these ideas.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into mind power, the secret of mental magic.
It was a good one.
It was. We hope you all enjoyed exploring these really fascinating concepts with us.
And keep exploring.
Yes, keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Yes.
Keep cultivating the incredible power of your own mind.
Absolutely. And never underestimate the power of your thoughts to shape your reality.
Well said.
Until next time, keep those thoughts positive.
Yeah.
Keep those intentions clear.
Keep that mind power flowing.
And keep that mind power flowing.
I like it.